Hope you guys hate Durant as much as I do, which if it's a lot, then you're going to be in luck with this video because I do a lot of metallic ant squishing in this video, let me tell you. First one is actually going to be with my grass deck. If you guys know anything about Jumpluff, it just loves to tear apart Durant. Like, I seriously do mean that it loves to tear Durant apart. For now, I actually have no idea that it's Durant. I do see a Metal Energy, I see Revive. There's not really a whole lot in that hand that'll tell me what kind of deck it is. It could be any other deck, just a weirder deck. There's nothing that reveals it. But this Pokemon I see right now that actually isn't a Durant kind of leads me to believe that it might be a Durant deck just based on how it operates. I unfortunately don't zoom in on it, but what it happens to be is a Shaman EX. For now, I do not go ahead, or I don't eke out just because I do have this Sunflora in my hand. I'm going to keep that exactly how it is. That way I can use that Sunflora to get the rest of my things out. But what Shaman EX does is its primary attack is Synthesis. I think that just lets you search your deck for a Grass Energy and then put it on it or a Pokemon, I believe, and then just shuffle your deck afterwards. Next one is Revenge Blast, which is an attack that does 30 damage plus 30 more for every prize card your opponent has taken. So if I were to have taken one prize, it would do 60, and then 90, and then 120, and then 150, and then I believe for a max of 180, because if it does 210, then, you know, it can't do 210. I already won. Unless you have a bunch of plus powers. Whatever, I'm kind of rambling. Point is that Shaman is actually pretty good in this deck, depending on how late you can, you know, save Shaman, and then if Durants just really aren't doing their job quick enough, you can just kill things off, and that'll kind of work out in your favor. But for now, you can kind of see that I've been using Sunflora to pull up the other Sunflora line, and I'm just going to go ahead and start stocking up my benches right now as well. Believe just get myself a Shelmet. I can also Pecom out to get myself a, I believe, a Skiploom. And then I do run rare candies in this deck, but I think I only have like one or two. I think I only have the one Skiploom available to me right now. So I'm going to need rare candies to get the rest of those Jumpluffs up. Thank God that rare candy works on every other poke except for, you know, Ralts. If rare candy didn't work in general, I'm pretty sure, you know, they'd be hearing a lot of shit about it. But, for now, she finally manages, you know, to land a dual ball. I was kind of thinking that she would start pulling Durants right now, but her hand must really suck if she decides to get a Cleffa above all else. But that's what she's going to do, puts it down. Also has a switch in her hand, which will use that to go ahead and get that out. And I believe she has a Seeker just to pull up the Shaman back into her hand and then, you know, prevent it from being catcher bait, which is actually a pretty smart play because I would have just captured it out, taken it out, and then just kind of gone from there. But for now, she ekes out for a new hand. If she woke up on this turn, it probably would have been over, since I could have just gotten my Jumpluff out and then, you know, done that. But because there isn't any catcher bait on the benches, I can't do anything like catcher and then Junk Arm for a second catcher, and then just, you know, kind of take out the Cleffa from there and then just go from there. That possibility is no longer available to me just because of Seekers. You can also kind of use Seeker to heal off the Durant as well, so it kind of makes sense. For now, just using Sunflora, building up the benches, you know how it works. We have not seen Durant yet, but if the file on my desktop says Hay Fever Durant, then you best believe that it has both of those. It has my deck, Hay Fever, and then it also has Durants, which I believe we start to see now. There's the first Durant, and I think she's kind of just waiting to put them all down, because I think she had another one in her hand too. Maybe a third? Maybe a third, just two? No. Two, and then oaking out for a new hand, possibly getting another dual ball or something like that, just to get the rest of them out. For now, Clef is asleep, and she can just kind of do all this stuff in the background. But she gets real lucky on these hammer things, these crushing hammers. They let her take off the energy. Now, thank God I wake up, because I'm stuck on energy at this point. The only thing that has energy is a Celigore, which I can use to take out that Cleffa. I can't use it to take out the Durant, though, because I need like a... I think I need a plus power, and I haven't had one discarded, or I haven't used one, anything of the sort. Don't really know what happened there either with the Sunflora. But I'm just using Sunflora to pull things out of my deck so I can just go ahead and get more relevant things, I suppose, you know, thinning it out a little bit. And then I guess I just decide to retreat and kill off the Cleffa, stall for a little bit of time, hopefully pull something nice, and then if I don't, I can eke out on one of these next couple of turns. For now, we finally get to see the Durants themselves. I'm still a little bit scared of Shaman because after I pull, I believe, 2 prizes, it can kill off anything that I have on the benches. That's the point that Revenge Blast becomes 90, I believe, so that's kind of scary. But I think the probably Probably the best thing to be running in this deck for Shaman is probably Prism Energies. That way you can put Metal Energies on Durant if you really need them. And then, you know, it'll turn into a Grass Energy on Shaman as well. So that's probably what she's running, but I'm not really seeing any of it. So for now, she does have 3 Durants, which is going to equal 3 cards off the top of my deck, just eating it away. And then it's just so easy to take them out if you're already set up all the way, because the Durants don't do any damage. And provided you can just have a consistent, you know, offense, then it's really not that big of a deal at all. But I'm still thinning out my deck. I probably shouldn't have done that, since I should have just left cards in there for Durant to be taken out. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and Rare Candy up that Hoppip into a Jumpluff. And then, what am I looking for? I guess because I have Junk Arms in my hand, if she Junk Arms out something I need, I can Junk Arm out like Hoppip and then Shelmet and then other things to actually get something I need out of the discard pile, as opposed to just waiting for it in my deck. But at that point, I'm just like, fuck it, I need more energy. That'll probably work. So, decide to eke out. You guys can see what's going on. For now, Clef is asleep. That does not matter to Durant whatsoever. I don't run any switches in this deck just because everything is light, or only needs 1 energy to switch out, with the exception of Shelmet, which is 3, but that thing evolves into something with 0. I guess when everything's fully evolved, it's basically 0 or 1. I tend to run fairly light decks. It's really weird for me to be running something with at least a 2 retreat cost. Actually higher than the 2 retreat cost, thinking about it. But for now, no, I don't have any energies down on either of my Jumpluff. So there's the first energy on Jumpluff after the Crushing Hammer thing from earlier. And I believe I decide to, I'm thinking about going for Sunshine Grace, and I'm like, nah, that'll be some cushioning for my deck. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and Mass Attack and take it out. I believe on the next turn, I'm actually going to go for the Super Rod as well, on the off chance that she decides, you know, to Junk Arm for more of those Crushing Hammers, or she actually has more Crushing Hammers, period. But what I do know is that she has a lot of Revives, and she has a lot of Twins, which you're going to see at least one of every turn for, like, the next couple of turns. It's pretty ridiculous. Maybe she's Twins chaining for them. I don't really know what's happening. Maybe on this one, she got Revive and Twins. That could be a thing. I really don't know. But all I know is there are a lot of Pokemon in play. It just means I can take out the Durants fairly easily. And then she Super Rotted for something, which I believe was just either an energy or something I don't think she Junk Armed for anything, but whatever. I don't know why she decided to Super Rod. I would have saved it for when another Durant died. But okay. For now, I'm going to Super Rod, get some of those energies back in my deck. I don't run a lot, and, you know, I already have at least a third of it gone, so I want to put some of that stuff back in. For now, kill off another Durant, that's another 90, and then it's basically just the same thing. As long as you keep up a relentless offense, Durant is really easy to take out. But as you can see, she goes for a Revive, I believe goes for another Twins as well. Oh no, this is an Oak. This is an Oak. I believe she gets another Twins on the next turn, though, or something like that. But 4 Durants on the field, and then there's a Crushing Hammer, and I'm really glad I decided to Super Rod for some energy, which actually is just going to go ahead and leave some of that in my deck as well. And she gets heads on both of them, so there goes all the energy on the field. Thank God I have some in my hand. I don't think, I don't shuffle a lot. I'm in a good spot. So, taking out another Durant, because that's how I do. And then, yeah, you can kind of see where this is going. I think she kind of runs out of Revives at this point, or has Twins for a Revive or something like that. But I'm just killing these things off. And I don't think I'm really near close to running out of cards in my deck at all. Just Durant is fucking annoying. Anyways, there's the 5th one, 90 damage, and then when she sends in this last one, I'll do 80 damage to it. Durant has 70 max HP. Even if she were to put down a special metal energy, I drew into a plus power, and I have Junk Arms and things like that, so futile effort, but that's the end of the first game. Just crushed a lot of ants. That's what Jumpluff does. It just loves taking on these decks. On to a second game. This is the, because I noticed a lot of people wanted to see a game with this. I actually did a lot of playing, I believe, last night with this deck. And then the only game I actually managed that was kind of fun slash, I don't know, it was like the only one that I was really satisfied with, which kind of goes to show you that all of my other games pretty much sucked. So, because there's this new deck floating around with like Celebi Prime and like Mewtwo and Tornadus, and I believe it's got Regigigas in there as well. It's kind of annoying, and everyone's using that and basically the electric deck, so whatever. For now, lead off with Mewtwo because that's the only damn thing I have. And I see Slowpoke and Durant on the first turn. I'm like, come on, guys. What are you doing? This is getting annoying, but it kind of makes sense because, you know, Steel resists Psychic. And that kind of makes sense. I actually ran into a Cobalion deck the other day. Had a little bit of trouble with that and the special metal energies. That and Energy Press just kind of ruined Mewtwo's day. If it gets too many energies on it, then you're kind of in trouble. But I'm going to put the double colorless on Mewtwo, decide to X-Ball, even though there's a resistance, just to get some damage off, because 20 is 20. And then he puts a special metal energy on there. Now, the thing is that kind of helps me out, because while it reduces the damage he takes from attacks by 10, it boosts X-Ball's power by 20. So in the end, he kind of just gave me plus 10 on my attack. And this kind of helps me on the next turn, I believe. So put a Psychic Energy down on Mewtwo. There is, that I believe that makes it, what, 3 on me, 1 on him, total of 80 damage. Takes off 20 with the resistance, 10 with the energy. Leaves it with, you know, 50. And then with the 20 from earlier, that takes out my first Durant. And you can kind of tell where this is going, because if he doesn't have any more special metal energies, Durant does not kill off Mewtwo. It really doesn't. Like, if you can't get your shit in gear before Mewtwo comes into play in terms of Durant, this is going to happen. And I had this happen with another deck of mine, I believe, a couple days ago. But here's something interesting that I've never seen before. This is kind of a glitch card. This is Battle City. The thing about Battle City is, I don't even know what the thumbnail looks like, but the card effect is kind of cool, because you get to flip a coin before you, once during your turn you get to flip a coin, and if it's heads you get to draw a card. So, kind of works out for both people. I think it's very interesting. I would definitely be running a couple, or at least one in a deck if I knew where to get it, but I do not have it. It looks to be a promo card from when I zoomed in on it, but for now I'm junk arming for things, and then I also believe, I think I P-Com'd out for Gardevoir, and then I Junk Armed out for the Level Ball, since I know Kirlia can be gotten with the Level Ball. And I'm just going to get a ridiculous amount of damage going on. But X-Ball, the Durant, take that thing out, and I've already got half my prizes in like 3 minutes, just because Durant, I fucking hate Durant decks. Oh my god. I really do. I really do. And I hope you guys get a great amount of satisfaction. But he puts a DCE on it to hit me for 30. I guess he's really just out of cards. Like, he's got some shit draws, but as you can see, you know, with Gardevoir, it's now like I have 6 Psychic Energies and 2 double colorlesses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 energies, I believe, on me. And then with that Psychic Energy, that's going to be another 12, another 2, which will put it up to 12. And then the damage will be 220. And that's pretty hot. So he also puts a Drowsy down, I believe, just to like taunt me or something like that. I don't know. But I draw into a catcher, which is fucking hilarious, and I'm like, I'm gonna do super much damage on this turn because Drowsy's weak to Psychic. Bam! 480. That's like that's almost all of last game's damage in one turn, which is just hilarious. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. Anyway, Durant can't do anything. Just kind of stuck up shit creek without a paddle, and he tries to switch it out just to like save face on that last Durant, and I'm like, no, let me show you how much I fucking hate Durant. You get back here and I'm gonna kill them all off just how they're supposed to be. So last Durant's in here for last prize. I also just tried to go for Battle City, but I wasn't able to get it, I believe, once. But there, last prize is also Mewtwo as well, just to kind of rub it in his face. But there is a Durant crushing session. I don't know if you guys found that as satisfying as I did. I really don't like that deck. I don't. I think it's dumb. It works sometimes, but other than that, it's whatever. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you're welcome to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. It has been a fairly productive day for me, so potential weekend uploads as well. We'll kind of see how that comes along. I may or may not have finished streaming at this point. I don't know if I'll have uploaded this before or after my stream. Probably after, but hope I had a good stream. You guys will know. Anyways, that'll do it out of me, and I will see you guys next time.